Hmm. Let's see. Oh, I'm so happy to. Oh, here he is. Now. So I just sent him the request.
Hello?
Hi, Amaurys. How are you?
Good, good. Can you see me? Like my whole face?
I can see your face, not your hat,
Okay, okay, it's fine.
but you look good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. How are you? How's everything?
Great, great. Thank you so much for doing this. It is our first time meeting, and
Yes.
I'm going to explain to everybody that we have never met. I reached out to you through social media. I saw your Business Insider article, and I decided to reach out, introduce myself. Mind you, I thought I sent you the message via DM. I didn't
Hmm.
realize it was in your comments.
Yes, it's all good. It's all good. That's it. That's how we do it out here. We're
But
ready.
let me
Get it.
tell you, when I saw, so let me backtrack. My name is
Okay.
Michelle Kaba.
What's up?
What's up, Amoudy? I am a Bronx native, just like you.
Awesome. Yes,
And
yes.
I've been following you for some time. My brother actually introduced me to your apparel line.
Cool.
And I started following you. And then through COVID, I started following your whole story. And when I saw the Business Insider article, I was like, this guy is on fire. He's
Wow.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes,
And
yes.
this week, you have this amazing collaboration now with Bronx Brewery and the IPA that's coming out.
Yes, yes, yes. So, yes, it was a collaboration between Bronx Native, Bronx Brewery, and BX Writers, and it came out. The beer's out already, so you can copy it. We have them at the shop. The Bronx Brewery has them, and super dope collaboration for the end of the year. You already know 2020's been an incredible, impactful, crazy roller coaster of a year. So it's been dope to finalize the year with this great collaboration. But thank you so much for being part of the journey and just being there and seeing what we've been doing. Of course, it's tough, it's hard, but we're here making it happen every single day. So definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
So I was reading up on your story. You started this from your apartment on Longwood with your sister, and
Yes.
it resonated with me because my aunt used to work at a grassroots organization called Banana Kelly right off of Longwood and Prospect. And it was my first
Okay,
job
I know
as a
what that's at. I
teenager.
know Banana Kelly. Yes.
So that was my first job as a teenager all the way through college. And it took me, I mean, on such an amazing journey. So I was even part of creating the foundation for that high school on Longwood.
Yeah,
So when
yeah,
I
yeah.
so when
That's
I
awesome.
read that story, and then the whole premise of Banana Kelly was to create economic development
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and to create opportunities that that you're creating right now for that area, that hub
Yeah.
of that underdeveloped area. I was like, I want to talk to this guy because this is that dream that we all had back in the 90s, right?
Mhm.
So tell me, how did this all start? How did you start this from your apartment with your sister? How did it become, a storefront and then now a hub for artists and
Yes,
musicians?
yes. Wait, I gotta get some water here. You already know, cause thirsty. Okay, so number one, Banana Kelly. I grew up on Longwood, so I grew up walking through that spot every day. You know what I mean? The school, the park that is around there. So that's definitely my neighborhood, and that's awesome. And thank you so much for the work that you did in
Thank
bringing that
you.
up and bringing that to the neighborhood. You know what I mean? That's
Thank you.
incredible. So for us, we love the Bronx. You know what I mean? We love the Bronx. We love our people, and for me, I always say I believe the Bronx is the most beautiful place on earth because in the end of the day, it's about the people. And when you look at the people, you know what I mean. When you look at our history, when you look at our culture, we're talking about black and brown folks. We're talking about immigrants. We're talking about disenfranchised communities. We're talking about people that have been giving nothing, but from nothing they create everything, right? So I think that's a very powerful sentiment. You know what I mean? And it's something that definitely drives us to do the work that we do for Bronx Native, right? Our people. You know, we've always been a community-based brand by the people for the people. So it's important for us to dive into all these things, right? From the jump, we said, we're gonna create this clothing brand, but it's more than the apparel. It's more than just creating, which is highly important, right? Creating merchandise that represents you, that inspires you, that empowers you. But it's more than that, right? We wanted to be a community-based brand, a brand that tackles issues that we go through on a day-to-day basis, right? A brand that has social impact, right? That has social change and overall changes the narrative that we live here in the Bronx, right? Tired of all the negativity, tired of all these things, when in reality, everything came from the BX, man. Everything came
Yes.
from the Bronx, from us. This is the promised land. This is the Mecca, right? And for us, it was a passion project from the foundation for us to do something like Bronx Native. So we started Longwood, me and my sister. I have a background in graphic design and media, and my sister is a fashion design student at Parsons. So we said to ourselves, what can we do to showcase the Bronx, right? One thing that we realized was that there was no clothing brand that really represented us accordingly. We were looking online. We wanted to wear a hat that said "I love the BX," right? We wanted to wear merch that said Bronx Native, and we couldn't find none of that. So essentially, it was all us solving a problem, right? We saw something that wasn't there, and we took it upon ourselves to make that difference and to bring it to life, right? We saw all the Brooklyn merch, Harlem, NY, but we did not see beloved Bronx merch that we could wear. So we made it happen, right? And we started from our little apartment, that from the you know I'm not gonna get into the ins and outs and all the little details, but the beginning year 2016 what was our learning year, 2017 was our breakthrough year, 2018 is our continuation, and then 2019, 2020. It's been an incredible journey, and this is only the beginning, so you already know. Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Listen, it's a journey that all us entrepreneurs go through. So you're not alone in it. And that's why I started CEO Snacks, right? Because it doesn't matter what industry you're in, we all go through the same journey. And we
yes.
all have to go through the same foundational work to be a success. So
Yes.
I wanted to create community amongst all of us. But the reason why your story resonated with me was because I understood just how much work people have done to disenfranchise the Bronx, right? And to make sure that these type of success stories didn't come out of the Bronx. And there's a reason why there hasn't really been a renaissance of the Bronx as there's been for other boroughs. So
Yeah.
the fact that you're bringing that to light, along with the lit bar, the along with Bistro, it's a whole group of you
Yes.
guys, of entrepreneurs that are bringing up that area. And so I wanted to speak to you and find out, like, tell me, what challenges have you had and what
Yeah.
successes have you had, and how are you being
Uh-huh.
embraced, and uh and how can we help you?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. No, thank you for that. You said a keyword. You said renaissance, right? One of my favorite words in the dictionary. I say we're going through a renaissance now. And I change and that movement, right? Because Bronx Native is more than just a store, more than the clothing. It is a movement. You know what I mean? And we're here to see our people succeed, to see our people grow, and to see the Bronx flourish. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful spot. When it comes to challenges and successes, every day is a challenge, and every day it's a success. You know what I mean? And that is the life of an entrepreneur, right? You have to be a problem solver, right? You need to sacrifice. You need to put that work in. You know, entrepreneurship, it could be the hardest job, the hardest career in the world, but it's the most fulfilling one, right? Because you are doing it for yourself. You are building something. Is your baby. You know what I mean? It hits harder, you know, and it hits home when you connect that community aspect to it, right?
Yeah.
That social aspect to it. When you're able to encapsulate all these things, but you're also giving back, right? You're becoming, you're a platform for expression, for networking, for growth, for all these incredible things that are beautiful. You know, these are this is it. We're put on this earth to create, to do, to experience, you know, and that is what we're here doing. You know, we're pushing the limits on everything, you know, everything in life, you know, beyond the Bronx, you know, from the Bronx to the world.
Thanks for correcting me. You are bringing the Renaissance to the Bronx. You are absolutely right. And you're right, being an entrepreneur, especially like in your case where like the weight of the community is on your shoulders, right? Because they're supporting you, they're seeing what you're doing for the community.
Mhm.
And you've pivoted so many times during COVID. You know, I saw how you created I think the crowdfunding or the
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, they supported you.
Mhm.
And then now you partnered with PayPal,
Mhm.
correct?
Mhm.
And created this the e-commerce side,
Yeah.
and you went digital in order to support the business. Take us
Mhm.
there. Talk to us about how that happened.
Yeah. So you know, we definitely had a tough time during COVID. COVID brought things to us that we weren't expecting, right? We weren't expecting. We had to restructure ourselves. We had to rebuild. We had to change the way we were just living life in general, because this is a new world we're living in, right? A more virtual world, a more stay at home world, a more social distancing world, which quite frankly sucks, right? Because I love face to
I love
face interaction,
socializing.
right? You know, I'm a social person. I like people. I wanna chat with you. What's up?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. So, but during all that time, you know, um, it's a tough decision, right? I remember March 28th, the day that we had the lockdown in New York City, and I closed the gates of the shop, and you know, I kind of just stood there for a minute, and I just looked up at the shop, and I said to myself, you know, this is it. You know, I think this is it. You know, the shop is done, so and I'm not gonna be able to open it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I walked home that day. You already know, and that's tough. You know, to walk and just be with that you don't know what's gonna happen next, right? And it's scary. It's a struggle, but that's what we signed up for out here, right? As an
Right.
entrepreneur, you have to love the journey. You have to love the struggle, right? You have to love the challenges, because deep down, I know that these are the challenges that are gonna make me and that are gonna take me to where I need to be, right? We
Right.
need to be, you know, even though it sucks, you know, at the time you're in those moments and you're like, damn, why I really like this is really happening right here, right? I close, you know, we gotta close one shop, we don't have this about or whatever situation. But you know, I'm a highly optimistic person, right? And I always see the light in the end of in the end of the tunnel, right? And I, you know, I kept my head up, and we were just working. We was working. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Because best believe I'm gonna do whatever it takes to, you know, when somebody has a baby, they take care of that. You know, you take care of the baby, blah blah blah. You know, this is you risk your life
Mm-hmm.
for that baby. My business is my baby, right? As entrepreneurs, there's a certain, you know, of course, it's not a, you know, physical or whatever, but you've been with this. I've grown with this business, right? I've evolved with this business, right? I've seen it down, I've seen it high, I've seen it this and that. Um, so there's a level of commitment there. You know, there's a level of like, I have to do this, right? I have to do whatever it takes, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't sleep, right? I had to do things that I had to do. Um, And a month went by right after March 28th, and we weren't seeing nothing good happening. Right, the shop was closed. We weren't getting any of the loans that the city was providing. We were just in a tough position. We decided to close our secondary shop, the Bronx Native Market in Hunts Point. But we were really on the edge because we depended on the customers that came to our physical shop. Yes.
Give me 1 second. I'm having an entrepreneurial moment where I have to go
Whoa.
get an extension cord so I
Do
don't lose
it!
you.
I love it. So what's good, everyone? Hope everyone is well. Can I get a year?
Yes, you can.
You already know, Bronx. My bad, I'm in a car. You already know. Always on the move, trying to make it happen. Yeah, man.
See, it's always something, right?
Always, always.
This is from being on the phone all day long,
Hmm.
managing my clients. All right,
Do
we're
it,
good
do
to
it. You have to.
go.
So, a month went by, and we didn't see any. You know, we were, of course, we were on the social, going ham, going live, putting things on social media. You know, everything we could. Um, but in the end of that, after that month, we were able to chat with ABC News, and we put out an article. Um, you know, saying where we were, that we are on the verge of closing because everything that was happening. And we put that out, and we put it out with a GoFundMe a link as well. I've never been the person to ask for money or to do any of those things, but we're
Gotta do
on
what
the
you gotta
edge.
do.
You already know. You already know. So we put it out there, asked the community, for help, and the community showed out. Uh, um, they came through, and not only in the Bronx, not only in the U.S., all over the world. Right? We have people sending us capital through GoFundMe and all these things, and it was beautiful. It was truly a humbling and really beautiful thing, to dedicate, to have a brand dedicated to the community, right? And then when you ask the community for something, the community delivers, right? That's a relationship right there, right?
That's a
A
relationship.
symbiotic relationship. No, it's not
Yeah.
symbiotic. I just learned that word. But no, it was a beautiful, it was a beautiful thing, and we were able to survive because the community provided us, with the GoFundMe. And then along the days and the weeks, we were able to finally solidify one of the loans, the PPP loan, through PayPal, and then that began the relationship, the deeper relationship with PayPal that we currently have, right? Because we've always used PayPal in our e-commerce and in our store,
Mhm.
but now this elevated. So we have actually that coming out with PayPal. We're going to be posting about it soon, and we're doing a couple other things with PayPal as well. But yeah, we kept working, and we are in a way better space than what we were in the beginning of the year. We were really bad the first half of 2020, but we are grateful. We are happy to be alive. You know what I mean? That really was
So talk
it was
about
scary.
making,
Yeah.
yeah, so talk about out of all of this, you're making a message out of the big mess that was of COVID, which is
Yes.
beautiful, a documentary out of all of this. So
Yeah. Yes.
that's amazing. I have one little thing though that I need to ask you to do for me.
Mhm.
There is this there is this army type jacket
Mhm.
that has been sold out for quite some time.
Mhm.
I need it to come back because I want to wear it.
I got you. I got you. What size are you?
I medium, I think.
Say less. A medium. I got you. I got you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Got you.
So I want you to leave us with your CEO snack.
Wait, what?
What your CEO snack. So what is a CEO snack that you would share for other CEO? You gave us a lot of them, which
Yeah.
is, you have to pivot, you have to your business is your baby, you have to be able
Yes.
to move and shake with it. So out of all the baby snacks that you gave us, which one would be the one that you feel really helped you during this time?
Really, a CEO snack that really helped me during this time. Let me see. Um, Smile more. I want to tell all CEOs out there to smile. You know what I mean? Life could get tough, Life could get scary. It could get bad. It could get bad. You know what I mean? But it's always great to smile, right? In the midst of everything, keep an optimistic mindset, right? Um, uh, uh, I get it. People are realists. People are pessimists, right? And all these things. But because I am an optimist, because I smile, because I still laugh, and I still smile in the storm and during these struggles, I can say my life is better. You know what I mean?
You know
It's
what?
yeah.
You know what? Entrepreneurship, 95% of it is mindset. 95%
Let's
of it.
go, CEO snacks. Let's get it.
There you go.
Yeah.
95% is mindset. And they say, I listen to a lot of mindset podcasts.
Whoa. Okay.
And they say that the first thought that you have when you wake up, you manifest, right?
Whoa. Okay. Okay. I'm learning here. Keep
Yep.
going. Keep going.
So the first thought that I really make sure I wake up with every morning is that I'm a money maven. I'm
Wait.
a
Say that
money
again.
maven
Say that again.
every morning. I'm a money maven. I make money, honey.
I make money. Let's go.
I make money, honey.
Wait, I'm gonna
So,
say that too.
but the only way you can do that is if you have a positive mindset. If you
Yes.
believe that
Yes.
it's going to happen, and also if you're intentional about it, right?
Yes.
If you have that plan and you move forward with the plan and you have that team and you have that support system and you're not afraid to put yourself out there and you haven't been afraid to put yourself out there. I mean, let me tell you, you've had some really big press that some people, can only wish they've had. To have ABC News, to have an article in Business Insider, to now have a documentary with PayPal.
Yeah.
I mean, pat yourself on the back, my friend. That's huge.
Good job, buddy. You're great. No, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. For real. For real.
That's huge. And I'm going to tell you that CEO snack, it's the number one for any entrepreneur. And I feel that many times we get so caught up on not failing that we forget in order not to fail, we have to really feed our soul. We have to feed our mind and we have
Wow.
to stay positive.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. That's it. That's it. Period.
Period. BX all day.
BX all day. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for being a beautiful representation of my borough, of showing what true BX grit is.
Yes.
Right? Because we know how to make something out of nothing.
You already know. Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yes.
And I want all of our people watching right now, please follow Bronx Native, the Bronx Native.
Yes.
Make sure to comment on this IGTV. Make sure to share, like, support CEO Snacks and the Bronx Native. And please, please, please buy some stuff from the apparel for Christmas, for your friends and family. I am.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
I'll be waiting for my schmedium
The schmedium
jacket.
touch, okay?
All right.
Let's do
Thank
it
you,
up.
Amaurys.
Much love. Take
Stay
care.
in touch.
So, okay? Bye.
Bye-bye.